Let's face it, we all have days where we feel completely unmotivated. We need to be productive, but the energy just isn't there. Now, there's a couple of things that might be causing this energy drop, but there are also a few strategies that can help you overcome it. In fact, it happened to me last week when I was filming my video for this YouTube channel. So if you're ready, let's dive right into it. First of all, let's go over what might be causing you to feel dead inside. Starting off with the good old perfectionism. Listen, most of us have this need to do everything absolutely flawlessly, and as we all know, nobody and nothing is perfect. Striving for perfect is something that has led to so many people actually leaving their goals and completely giving up, and this is simply just because they strive for perfectionism. I used to strive for it as well, and then I realized it is just an excuse. I avoided making this channel for 2 years because I was waiting for the perfect time to have the perfect equipment, and the truth is that time never really came. I had to snap myself out of it and realize that the best thing I could do is, well, do my best. And for those of you who still want to strive for perfection, you cannot strive for perfection if you don't even try. Another reason for feeling like your batteries are low is overwhelming yourself with cheap dopamine or social media. Here's the deal, I constantly have the drive to improve myself, and what I usually do is go on YouTube and search for motivational videos in the hopes that they will give me the energy and strength I need to keep on working on my goals. It's a dopamine rush that makes me think that I've done something productive when in reality I've just sat down and watched YouTube videos. But once this realization that you're not doing anything significant hits, and it will hit, trust me, you're still going back to the zero energy level. In fact, you start feeling more depressed because you feel like you can't really accomplish what the people you're looking for motivation at. Turning to social media for motivation is usually just another way to distract ourselves, and it is also a way to ease the guilt of being unproductive. The only way this guilt is going to go away, well, is to take action. And it's really important to note that this content that we watch produces dopamine, which signals our brain it is a reward. We are essentially rewarding ourselves for doing nothing and for being unproductive. Of course, it's going to be difficult to break out of a cycle that makes you feel good. So place yourself in an environment where you have none of this distraction coming at you, and then you're going to start looking for the gratification of the work that you're putting in. And this kind of dopamine lasts for a really long time because it comes from something meaningful that we've worked towards achieving. Wait, but you already know that you have to put in the work. Well, let me tell you one of the most effective strategies for you to actually push yourself towards doing that work, and that is having a deadline. When we're in school and when we're at work, we have projects and homework and stuff like that that we need to complete by a certain date and time. And let me tell you, your employer and your teacher do not care when you do the work as long as it's done by the date and time they have given you. The deadlines are so effective because even when you're feeling unmotivated, you are forcing your brain to put in the work and find solutions, even if it's just last minute. This type of constraints constantly pushes your brain to work more efficiently and more creatively, and they boost your productivity at maximum level. And let's be completely honest, doing something late is better than never ever doing it. But aside from having a deadline, I think that consistency is important even when you're not working towards a deadline. When you're in a race, you don't exactly wait to see the finish line to start running. You see, recently I started a gratitude journal through an app on my phone. And you can let me know if this is something you want me to talk about, because it's had a major positive impact on my mindset. But the point is, I have to write every single day something that I'm grateful about. I've made myself the promise that I'm going to be consistent every single day and write something I'm grateful, even if it's just one single line a day. You see, while there is so many things to be grateful, sometimes inspiration doesn't quite strike, and since I've committed to writing one single line, trust me, I cannot tell you the amount of times that I've written a single line and it's ended up in a whole big paragraph, because sometimes all you need Do not underestimate the power of small actions, because sometimes just starting is all we need. This action of taking the first step is what is going to take you out of the blockage. With that being said, let me know what works best for you. Subscribe to this channel and check out my other videos if you want to see more. I'll see you again in the next one. Bye bye.